Welcome. Take a moment to settle into this quiet space. There is nothing you need to focus on, nothing you need to understand all at once. Just let the words arrive gently and allow your breathing to slow in its own time. This is a place for calm learning, where science moves softly and understanding comes without effort. Let the outside world fade for a while. Stay here in this gentle moment. Let's begin. Inside the human body, there is a system that works without sound, without instruction, and without asking for attention. It does not announce itself. It does not hurry. Most of the time, we are not aware of it at all. This quiet system is always present, gently watching over the body as life unfolds. It notices small changes. It responds to subtle signals, keeps balance rather than seeking control. The immune system is not something that turns on only when we feel unwell. It is active even in moments of comfort, even when the body feels calm and steady. This work is continuous, slow, and patient. At its core, this system exists to maintain harmony. It helps the body recognize what belongs and what does not. It supports tissues as they renew themselves, clears away what is no longer needed, making space for what comes next. Unlike systems that rely on quick reactions, the immune system prefers observation. It gathers information quietly. It remembers patterns gently. It adjusts its responses over time, learning without pressure. Much of this work happens in the background, below conscious awareness. Cells move through blood and tissue at an unhurried pace. They check surfaces. They listen for chemical signals. They respond only when necessary. This constant monitoring does not feel dramatic because it is not meant to. The body is designed to feel normal when things are functioning well. Silence, in this case, is a sign of balance. The immune system also understands patience. Not every change requires action. Not every signal demands response. Often, the best choice is to remain steady and allow natural processes to continue. From the moment the body forms, this system begins learning. It becomes familiar with the body's own structures, recognizing them as safe and familiar. This recognition is essential. Without it, balance would not be possible. As life continues, the immune system gathers experience. It remembers past encounters in a calm and organized way. This memory does not create tension. Instead, it allows future responses to be smoother and more efficient. There is no single center where all decisions are made. The immune system is spread throughout the body. It exists in blood, in tissues, in organs designed for quiet communication. Its strength comes from this distribution. When the body rests, this system does not stop. In fact, rest allows it to work more clearly. Without constant movement or stress signals, immune activity becomes more focused. Repair processes move forward gently. It is important to understand that protection does not always look like action. Often, protection means allowing healing to unfold at its own pace. It means supporting the body's natural rhythm rather than interrupting it. The immune system does not aim for perfection. It aims for balance. Small imperfections are expected. Minor disruptions are part of normal life. This acceptance of change allows the system to remain flexible. Flexibility is one of its most important qualities. Rather than reacting the same way every time, it adapts based on context. As we begin this exploration, it helps to let go of urgency. The immune system is not in a constant state of alarm. Most of its work is calm, routine, and quiet. Understanding this system starts with recognizing its nature. It is not loud. It is not aggressive. It is steady. Throughout the body, this silent protection continues moment by moment, maintaining an internal environment where life can proceed smoothly, even when we are not paying attention. Most of the work done by the immune system happens without entering our thoughts. We do not feel it scanning. We do not notice it adjusting. Life continues and protection quietly keeps pace. The body does not wait for conscious permission to care for itself. Long before awareness forms, internal systems are already responding to subtle changes. Temperature shifts slightly. Chemical signals rise and fall. Cells adjust their behavior in response. This process does not rely on attention. In fact, it works best when attention is elsewhere. While the mind focuses on daily tasks or drifts into rest, the immune system continues its steady rhythm. Immunity is not something we switch on. It is something that remains present, even when unnoticed. This constancy is what allows the body to feel stable most of the time. Inside tissues and blood vessels, immune cells move slowly and deliberately. They are not rushing toward a goal. They are observing patterns, checking signals, and maintaining familiarity with their surroundings. This observation is gentle. Cells communicate through quiet chemical messages rather than forceful reactions. Information is shared calmly, allowing responses to remain measured. The immune system relies on recognition more than reaction. It learns what the body normally looks like. This familiarity creates a sense of internal peace. When everything appears familiar, the system remains calm that no action is required. No correction is needed. This ability to remain still is essential. Constant activity would create unnecessary strain. The body is designed to conserve energy when balance is present. Most days, this is exactly what happens. The immune system notices, confirms, and then allows normal processes to continue uninterrupted. This quiet confirmation happens thousands of times each day. Cells encounter tissues, proteins, and structures they have seen before. Recognition leads to reassurance. There is no need to respond when nothing has changed. This restraint is one of the immune system's greatest strengths. Awareness is not required for protection. In fact, awareness often comes only when balance has already shifted. By the time we notice discomfort, many quiet processes have already been at work. Before symptoms appear, cells may have already adjusted their activity. Small corrections happen early and often, preventing larger disruptions. This early adjustment rarely draws attention. It feels like nothing because balance has been preserved. The immune system does not seek perfection. Minor changes are expected. The body allows small variations without concern. This tolerance helps maintain calm. Not every difference signals a problem. Not every signal demands action. Over time, the immune system becomes skilled at knowing when to remain still. This judgment improves with experience. Learning happens continuously without effort. Even during sleep, this awareness continues. The system remains attentive while the body rests. In many ways, rest allows immune processes to become more refined. Without constant movement or mental stress, signals are clearer. Cells communicate more efficiently. Repair processes move forward gently. This is why rest supports immunity without requiring effort. The body already knows what to do. It simply needs space and time. Immunity without awareness allows life to feel smooth. It creates an internal environment where the body can function without interruption. Silence becomes a sign of success. Most of the time, protection feels like nothing at all. And that is exactly how it is meant to feel. Within the body, recognition is quiet and constant. Every moment, countless encounters occur between cells and the tissues around them. Most of these encounters end without reaction because familiarity has already been established. The immune system does not move through the body as a stranger. It grows within the body and learns its patterns from the beginning. Over time, it becomes deeply familiar with the body's own shapes, signals, and rhythms. This familiarity is not learned through force or correction. It develops slowly, through repeated calm exposure. Cells observe what remains consistent and come to understand it as part of the self. Recognition begins at a very small scale. Surfaces of cells carry quiet markers, like subtle signatures. These markers are not alarms. They are identifiers that say, "This belongs here." Immune cells read these markers continuously. They do not analyze them consciously. Recognition happens naturally, without effort, much like the way the eyes recognize a familiar room. When recognition is clear, the immune system remains still. No response is needed. Stillness, in this case, is a sign of trust. This trust allows the body to function without interruption. Organs can do their work. Tissues can renew themselves. Processes continue without interference. The immune system also understands variation. Not every cell looks exactly the same from moment to moment. Cells age, divide, and change subtly as part of normal life. These changes are expected. The immune system allows room for them. It does not demand perfection. This tolerance is essential for balance. Without it, normal processes would be disrupted. The body would spend energy correcting what does not need correction. Learning what belongs is an ongoing process. As the body grows and changes, recognition adapts. The immune system updates its understanding quietly. This learning does not require memory in the human sense. There is no conscious recall. Instead, recognition becomes built into cellular behavior. Over time, immune cells develop a calm confidence. They know what is familiar. They know when something feels out of place. This knowing is not emotional. It is structural and chemical. Signals align or they do not. When signals align, the system relaxes. When they do not, the system pauses and observes more closely. Even then, immediate action is not always taken. Observation comes before response. This delay allows the body to confirm whether a change is meaningful or temporary. Many small differences resolve on their own. The immune system respects this natural resolution. It does not interfere unnecessarily. This restraint preserves energy and stability. Recognition also extends across different parts of the body. Immune cells travel, carrying familiarity with them. They compare what they encounter with what they have learned elsewhere. This shared understanding keeps responses consistent, prevents confusion. It maintains coherence across the body. Importantly, recognition is not about exclusion. It is about belonging. The immune system is less focused on what does not belong and more focused on what does. By anchoring itself in familiarity, the system creates a stable internal environment. Changes are evaluated against this stable background. Only meaningful differences stand out. This approach keeps life feeling smooth. The body does not constantly interrupt itself. Processes unfold with continuity. Recognition without tension allows the immune system to remain calm most of the time. It is ready but not restless, attentive but not anxious. As this quiet recognition continues, the body maintains an internal sense of order. Not rigid order, but flexible balance. This balance supports health without drawing attention to itself. The immune system's greatest strength lies in this quiet understanding of belonging. It knows the body not through rules, but through familiarity built over time. It is common to imagine protection as something active and forceful. We often think of defense as a response that pushes back, blocks, or removes. But inside the body, protection takes a different form. The immune system is not built around constant reaction. Its primary role is care. Defense is only one small part of a much larger process. Care begins with attention. The immune system pays close attention to the body's condition, not in moments of crisis, but continuously. It notices when tissues are healthy. It notices when cells are functioning as expected. This steady awareness forms the basis of protection. When care is present, defense rarely needs to appear. Balance maintains itself quietly. The body feels stable, and life continues without interruption. Defense, when it happens, is often misunderstood. It is not sudden or emotional. It is measured and proportional. Even then, it is guided by care rather than urgency. Care means supporting the body's own ability to restore itself. Cells are allowed to repair naturally. Damaged structures are cleared gently, making room for renewal. Nothing is rushed. The immune system understands that the body is always changing. Cells age. Tissues renew. Small imperfections appear and disappear every day. Care allows these changes to unfold without interference. The immune system does not attempt to freeze the body in one perfect state. Instead, it supports movement, growth, and adaptation. Defense, by contrast, is selective. It appears only when care alone is not enough. Even then, it is guided by recognition and restraint. This distinction is important because it changes how we understand health. Health is not the absence of all change. It is the ability to move through change smoothly. The immune system contributes to this smooth movement by prioritizing stability. It seeks to keep internal conditions within comfortable ranges. This effort happens quietly without drawing attention. Care also involves cooperation with other systems. The immune system does not work alone. It communicates with tissues, nerves, and chemical messengers. Together, these systems adjust the body's internal environment. This cooperation prevents overreaction. No single signal is taken in isolation. Information is gathered from many sources before any response unfolds. Because of this, immune responses are rarely abrupt. They build gradually. They slow down when no longer needed. They resolve rather than linger. Care includes knowing when to stop. An effective response ends once balance is restored. The immune system does not remain active simply because it was active before. This ability to return to stillness is a sign of health. After a response, calm returns. Processes settle. The body resumes its steady rhythm. Defense without care would be exhausting. Constant alertness would consume energy. The body would struggle to rest or recover. Care allows energy to be conserved. It makes space for sleep, focus, and repair. This conservation supports long-term stability. When we rest, care becomes more visible. Without distractions, internal processes slow down. The immune system can focus on maintenance rather than response. During rest, repair processes become more efficient. Tissues renew themselves. Cells communicate clearly. Care continues without interruption. Understanding this difference between defense and care helps shift perspective. The immune system is not always preparing for danger. Most of the time, it is maintaining comfort. This maintenance is subtle. It does not announce itself. It works in the background, supporting life quietly. Care also allows flexibility. The immune system adjusts to different conditions without resistance. It adapts to new patterns as they appear. This adaptability is essential for living in a changing environment. The body encounters variation every day. Care allows these variations to be absorbed smoothly. In this way, protection becomes gentle rather than forceful. Balance becomes the goal rather than control. The immune system remains attentive without becoming tense. As this quiet care continues, the body remains supported. Defense stays available but rarely needed. Most of the time, care alone is enough. Inside the body, stability is achieved not through constant effort, but through balance. The immune system is designed to support this balance rather than disrupt it. It does not operate as if the body is always under threat. Instead, it works to keep internal conditions comfortable and steady. Balance means allowing change without losing stability. Cells grow, divide, and age. Tissues adapt to movement, rest, and environment. The immune system adjusts alongside these changes, making small corrections when needed. This approach prevents exhaustion. If every variation triggered a strong response, the body would quickly lose energy. Balance conserves resources and supports long-term well-being. The immune system continuously measures internal conditions. Temperature, chemical signals, and tissue health are quietly observed. Most of the time, these measurements confirm that everything is within a normal range. When balance is present, the system remains calm. No intervention is required. Life proceeds without interruption. This calm state is not passive. It is active stability. The immune system remains attentive, ready to adjust gently if conditions drift. Rather than reacting immediately, the system often allows the body time to self-correct. Many small imbalances resolve on their own. This patience prevents unnecessary responses. Balance also involves coordination. The immune system communicates with hormones, nerves, and metabolic processes. Together, these systems shape the body's internal environment. No single system acts alone. Information flows quietly between them, allowing responses to remain proportional. This coordination ensures that corrections are smooth rather than abrupt. When adjustments are needed, they tend to be subtle. Changes unfold gradually. The body is guided back towards stability without disruption. This gradual correction helps maintain comfort. The body does not experience sudden shifts unless truly necessary. Energy remains available for daily life and rest. Overreaction would disturb this balance. Excessive responses create stress within the body. They consume energy and interrupt normal processes. The immune system is structured to avoid this whenever possible. Prefers moderation. Responses are scaled to the size and importance of the change. This scaling is one of the system's most important qualities. Not all signals carry equal weight. The immune system learns which variations matter and which do not. Learning happens through experience. Over time, the system becomes better at maintaining balance. Its responses become more refined and efficient. Balance is also influenced by rest. When the body slows down, signals become clearer. The immune system can assess conditions without interference. During rest, unnecessary activity decreases. Repair and maintenance move to the foreground. Balance is restored gently. This restoration does not require effort from the mind. The body manages it on its own. Rest simply provides the space needed. Balance is not static. It shifts with time, age, and environment. The immune system adapts accordingly, adjusting its expectations. This adaptability allows the body to remain resilient. Change does not automatically lead to disruption. Instead, it becomes part of the system's ongoing rhythm. Understanding immunity as balance rather than battle changes perspective. Protection becomes a process of care. Stability becomes the goal. Most of the time, this balance goes unnoticed. The body feels normal. Life continues smoothly. And in that quiet normalcy, the immune system continues its work, maintaining harmony without calling attention to itself. Within the body, countless cells move quietly, carrying out their roles without drawing attention. Among them are immune cells whose primary task is not to act, but to watch. They exist as observers, maintaining awareness without interfering with the body's normal rhythm. These cells do not rush through the body. They move slowly, guided by chemical signals and natural flow. Their movement is deliberate, allowing them to remain present without causing disturbance. Watching, in this context, does not mean constant evaluation. It means familiarity. Immune cells learn the landscape of the body by moving through it repeatedly, becoming accustomed to what is normal. This familiarity allows them to remain calm. When nothing appears out of place, they continue moving without reaction. Stillness, once again, becomes a sign that balance is being maintained. Observation happens at many levels. Cells notice the condition of surrounding tissue. They sense subtle changes in chemistry. They recognize patterns that remain consistent over time. This recognition does not require urgency. The immune system is designed to allow the body room to exist without constant correction. Watching does not automatically lead to action. Many immune cells spend long periods simply present. They move through tissues, pause briefly, and continue on. This movement supports awareness without creating pressure. The body benefits from this gentle surveillance. Potential changes are noticed early, but responses are delayed until clarity emerges. This delay allows natural processes to resolve minor variations on their own. Watching without interrupting also preserves energy. Active responses require resources. By reserving action for meaningful changes, the immune system avoids unnecessary strain. This restraint supports long-term stability. The body does not live in a state of constant alert. Instead, it remains open to rest, focus, and repair. Immune cells also communicate quietly with one another. Signals are shared softly, without amplifying noise. Information moves through the system in a measured way. This communication allows the immune system to maintain a shared understanding of the body's condition. Cells compare observations rather than acting independently. This cooperation prevents confusion. Watching becomes a collective process. No single cell holds complete responsibility. Awareness emerges from the combined presence of many observers. This distributed attention allows the immune system to cover the entire body without concentrating activity in one place. Every region receives quiet care. No area is overlooked. The absence of interruption is intentional. The body is allowed to function freely. Organs perform their roles without interference. Even during rest, watching continues. As movement slows and external demands fade, immune cells maintain their gentle presence. Their activity becomes more refined. Rest enhances clarity. Without stress signals, observation becomes more accurate. Cells can distinguish meaningful changes from temporary fluctuations. This is why rest supports immune balance. It reduces background noise, allowing quiet systems to work effectively. Watching without interrupting also protects against overcorrection. Not every difference requires adjustment. Tolerance remains a key part of care. The immune system respects the body's natural variability. It allows flexibility. It does not impose rigid expectations. Through this calm observation, the body remains supported without feeling managed. Life continues smoothly. The immune system stays present without demanding attention. This quiet presence forms the foundation for everything that follows. Only after watching comes decision. Only after understanding comes response. For now, the immune system remains attentive, steady, and still, watching over the body without interrupting its flow. Throughout the body, movement happens in quiet patterns. Some immune cells travel regularly, not with urgency, but with consistency. Their role is to pass through different areas, becoming familiar with the body's changing landscape. These patrol cells do not search for problems in an anxious way. They move as part of the body's normal circulation, guided by gentle signals and natural flow. Their presence is steady rather than intense. As they travel, they observe. They notice the condition of tissues. They sense chemical environments. They compare what they encounter with what feels familiar. This comparison is calm. It does not immediately lead to judgment or response. Most encounters end with reassurance. Gentle monitoring allows the immune system to maintain awareness without creating stress. The body benefits from this approach because it avoids unnecessary disruption. Normal processes continue without interruption. Patrol cells also help distribute information. As they move, they carry awareness from one region to another. This shared knowledge helps maintain consistency across the body. No single area becomes isolated. Conditions in one tissue can be understood in relation to others. This integration supports balance. Monitoring is continuous, but it is not exhausting. Movement follows existing pathways. Energy use remains efficient. The immune system does not demand constant action from these cells. Observation alone is often enough. Only when patterns shift meaningfully does attention deepen. This layered approach prevents overreaction. Small variations are given time to resolve. Temporary changes are allowed to pass. Gentle monitoring also adapts over time. As the body changes with age, environment, and routine, patrol patterns adjust. Familiarity is updated slowly. This adaptability allows the immune system to remain relevant without becoming rigid. Expectations evolve alongside the body. During rest, patrol activity continues at a softer pace. Movement slows. Signals become clearer. Rest provides ideal conditions for gentle monitoring. Without external stress, internal awareness becomes more accurate. The immune system can confirm balance with confidence. This ongoing presence creates a sense of internal continuity. The body does not experience sudden shifts. Transitions remain smooth. Monitoring also supports recovery. After periods of activity or minor disruption, patrol cells help confirm when balance has returned. Their observation allows the system to settle back into stillness. This return to calm is essential. Lingering activity would interfere with rest and repair. Gentle monitoring ensures that responses conclude naturally. Through this quiet movement, the immune system remains connected to the body as a whole. Awareness flows gently, without pressure. Protection feels like presence rather than action. Most of the time, this work remains unnoticed. Life feels normal, and that normalcy is the result of continuous, gentle monitoring. Patrol cells continue their steady movement, observing without interfering, supporting the body simply by being present. Within the body, care does not end with observation. Alongside watching and monitoring, there is also gentle maintenance. This work is quiet, routine, and deeply important. Some immune cells focus on cleaning rather than reacting. Their role is not to judge change, but to support renewal. They move through tissues, noticing what has completed its purpose. Every day, countless cells reach the end of their natural life. This is not failure. It is part of healthy renewal. Old cells make space for new ones. Cleanup cells help guide this process smoothly. They recognize when a cell has finished its role. They remove it carefully, without causing disturbance to surrounding tissue. This removal is not abrupt. It is controlled and gentle. Nothing is torn or forced. As cleanup happens, the body remains calm. There is no alarm, no interruption to normal function. This daily maintenance keeps tissues healthy, prevents clutter. It allows organs to continue working efficiently. Cleanup cells are patient. They do not rush to remove everything at once. They work steadily, following natural rhythms. Their movement is guided by subtle signals. These signals are not urgent calls for action. They are quiet indications that a process has reached completion. Maintenance also includes recycling. Materials from old cells are reused when possible. Nothing is wasted. This recycling supports balance. The body conserves energy and resources. Renewal becomes efficient rather than demanding. Cleanup is also selective. Healthy cells are left undisturbed. Only what is no longer needed is gently cleared. This selectivity requires accuracy. The immune system must distinguish between renewal and damage. This distinction develops through familiarity and experience. Because of this precision, maintenance remains calm. Errors are rare. Processes unfold smoothly. Cleanup cells also support healing after minor stress. Small disruptions occur naturally during daily life. These cells help restore order quietly. They do not rush to erase every sign of change. Instead, they allow tissues to settle gradually. Repair unfolds at its own pace. This patience prevents unnecessary inflammation. The body avoids excessive response. Comfort is preserved. Maintenance continues during rest. In fact, rest enhances it. When movement slows, cleanup becomes more efficient. During sleep, signals are clearer. Repair processes align. Cells communicate without interference. This is why rest feels restorative. Maintenance has space to complete its work. The body wakes feeling refreshed, even if the work itself went unnoticed. Cleanup is not limited to one area. It happens throughout the body. Blood, tissues, and organs all receive this gentle care. There is no central command directing every step. Maintenance emerges from cooperation. Many cells contribute small actions. Together, these small actions create stability. The body remains comfortable and functional. Life continues without disruption. Cleanup cells do not seek recognition. Their success is measured by absence of disturbance. When their work is complete, calm remains. This quiet maintenance supports long-term health. It allows the body to renew itself continuously. Change becomes smooth rather than disruptive. Through daily cleanup, the immune system supports life not by reacting, but by maintaining. Nothing dramatic is required. Consistency is enough. And so, beneath awareness, this gentle maintenance continues, allowing the body to remain balanced as each day unfolds. Within the body, renewal is a continuous process. Tissues are never fixed in one final state. They are always adjusting, rebuilding, and refining themselves over time. Some immune cells support this renewal by guiding repair rather than response. Their work is calm and constructive. They help tissues return to comfort after everyday use and minor stress. Repair does not begin with urgency. It begins with assessment. Cells sense the condition of surrounding tissue and determine what is needed, if anything at all. Often, repair involves small adjustments rather than major changes. Tiny gaps are filled. Surfaces are smoothed. Structures regain their natural alignment. These processes happen quietly. There is no signal to the mind. The body does not feel interrupted. Repair cells communicate with surrounding tissues through gentle chemical messages. These messages guide renewal without forcing it. They allow cells to coordinate their efforts naturally. This coordination prevents excessive rebuilding. Only what needs attention receives it. Healthy areas remain undisturbed. Repair also respects timing. Some changes happen quickly. Others require patience. The immune system understands this difference. It does not rush processes that benefit from time. Gradual renewal often produces stronger, more stable results. Tissue repair is closely linked to rest. When the body slows down, resources become available. Energy can be directed toward rebuilding rather than activity. During rest, repair cells become more effective. Signals are clearer. Interference from movement and stress decreases. This is why rest supports healing even in the absence of illness. Daily wear is addressed quietly. Balance is restored without effort. Repair cells also help maintain structure. They ensure that tissues remain flexible and resilient. This flexibility allows the body to adapt to movement and change. Renewal does not aim to recreate the past exactly. It adapts to present conditions. The body becomes slightly different over time, shaped by experience. The immune system supports this adaptation. It does not insist on returning to an earlier state. Instead, it helps tissues settle into their current environment. Repair is also selective. Not every change requires rebuilding. Some variations are simply part of normal function. The immune system allows these variations to exist. It focuses on restoring comfort rather than enforcing uniformity. This tolerance preserves energy and stability. Repair cells also assist after minor disruptions. Small strains, brief stress, or temporary imbalance are addressed gently. No dramatic response is needed. As repair completes, activity slows naturally. Signals fade. Cells return to a state of quiet presence. This return to stillness is essential. Lingering activity would interfere with comfort. Resolution allows the body to relax. Over time, repeated cycles of renewal support long-term health. Tissues remain functional and adaptable. The body feels steady. Much of this work remains unnoticed. Repair succeeds when it does not draw attention. Comfort is restored quietly. Through patient renewal, the immune system supports the body's ability to continue. Change becomes manageable. Life proceeds smoothly. Repair cells continue their gentle work beneath awareness, helping the body renew itself day after day without interruption. Inside the body, memory exists in many forms. Some memories belong to the mind, shaped by experiences and emotions. Others exist quietly at the cellular level without thought or feeling. The immune system holds its own kind of memory. This memory is not dramatic. It does not replay events. It simply allows the body to recognize familiar patterns more smoothly over time. Memory cells do not store stories. They store familiarity. They remember what has already been encountered and understood. This remembering does not create tension. It does not keep the body in a state of alert. Instead, it supports calm efficiency. When a familiar pattern appears again, memory cells allow the immune system to respond with confidence rather than hesitation. There is no rush, no urgency, just quiet readiness. This readiness reduces effort. The body does not need to reassess everything from the beginning. Past experience gently informs present awareness. Memory develops gradually. Each encounter adds a small amount of information. Nothing is forced or rushed. This slow accumulation keeps memory stable, prevents exaggerated responses. The system learns without becoming sensitive. Memory cells are also selective. They do not remember everything. Only patterns that matter over time are retained. This selectivity keeps the system light. Unnecessary information fades naturally. Balance is preserved. Importantly, memory in the immune system does not mean constant activity. Most memory cells remain quiet. They wait without interfering. Their presence is subtle. They do not disrupt daily processes. They do not demand energy. Memory becomes useful only when needed. Until then, it rests quietly within the system. This rest prevents exhaustion. As the body ages, immune memory continues to adapt. Older memories may soften. New ones form slowly. This adaptability allows the immune system to remain relevant throughout life. It adjusts its expectations based on experience. Learning never truly stops. Memory also supports tolerance. By remembering what belongs, the immune system avoids unnecessary reactions. Familiarity encourages restraint. This restraint is essential for comfort. Without it, the body would respond too often. Calm would be difficult to maintain. Rest plays an important role in memory balance. During sleep, signals are organized. Information is integrated gently. This integration does not require awareness. The body manages it on its own. Sleep simply provides the space. Memory cells benefit from this quiet time. Their patterns become clearer. Their responses become smoother. Because of this, rest supports not only repair but learning. The immune system refines its understanding while the body sleeps. Memory also allows responses to resolve more cleanly. Once balance is restored, activity fades. Memory remains without prolonging action. This ability to remember without lingering response keeps the system calm. Protection does not turn into tension. Experience does not become burden. Over time, memory becomes part of the body's internal rhythm. Supports continuity. It reduces disruption. The immune system remembers in order to remain calm, not to remain alert. Its memory exists to support balance, not vigilance. Through this quiet remembering, the body moves forward without carrying stress from the past. Each day feels new, yet informed by experience. Memory cells remain present, gentle and still, allowing the immune system to protect without urgency and to care without noise. What changes in the body during rest? When the body begins to rest, its priorities shift gently. Movement slows. External demands soften. Attention turns inward without effort. Rest is not an empty state. It is an active transition into a different rhythm. Many systems adjust their pace so the body can focus on maintenance rather than action. Breathing becomes deeper and more regular. Heart rhythm steadies. Energy that was used for movement and focus becomes available for quieter processes. During this shift, the immune system does not become more aggressive. It becomes more efficient. With fewer competing signals, communication inside the body becomes clearer. Chemical messages move with less interference. Cells interpret signals more accurately. Small adjustments can be made without disruption. Rest also reduces background noise. Stress-related signals diminish. This calm environment allows immune activity to become more precise. Immune cells do not suddenly increase activity. Instead, they refine it. Observation becomes sharper. Maintenance becomes smoother. As muscles relax and posture settles, circulation changes subtly. Blood flow redistributes. Tissues receive steady support without strain. This redistribution helps immune cells reach areas that benefit from quiet attention. Nothing is rushed. Movement remains gentle and continuous. During rest, the body also conserves energy. This conservation is intentional. By lowering unnecessary activity, resources become available for repair and renewal. The immune system works best under these conditions. Without urgency, it can assess what truly needs attention. Minor imbalances are addressed calmly. Sleep deepens this process further. As consciousness fades, internal rhythms synchronize. Signals align. In this state, immune communication becomes especially coordinated. Cells share information smoothly. Responses are measured and proportional. Rest also supports learning within the immune system. Information gathered during waking hours is organized. Patterns are reinforced gently. This organization does not require awareness. The body manages it naturally. Sleep simply provides the time. During prolonged rest, the immune system also checks resolution. It confirms when previous responses are complete. It allows activity to fade fully. This fading is important. Lingering responses would interfere with comfort. Rest helps bring closure. As the body remains still, repair and maintenance continue quietly. Tissues renew themselves. Cleanup processes complete unfinished work. Nothing about this feels urgent. The body does not hurry. It follows its internal timing. Even brief moments of rest during the day support these shifts. Pauses allow systems to reset. Balance is reinforced. Rest does not demand perfect stillness. Even relaxed awareness supports internal clarity. The immune system responds to this softness. Over time, consistent rest strengthens this rhythm. The body becomes better at transitioning into repair mode. Immune balance improves naturally. This is why rest feels restorative. Not because something dramatic happens, but because many small processes align. The immune system does not need instruction to work during rest. It has evolved to recognize these conditions. Calm signals invite calm work. As rest continues, the body remains supported from within. Protection becomes quieter. Maintenance becomes steadier. In this softened state, the immune system continues its care, allowing the body to recover, renew, and remain balanced without effort. Why sleep improves immune balance. Sleep is not simply a pause from the day. It is a state in which the body reorganizes itself quietly. During sleep, many systems shift into patterns that support long-term balance rather than immediate action. As sleep deepens, the body's internal signals become more rhythmic. Hormones follow slower, predictable cycles. Temperature adjusts slightly. These changes create a stable environment where immune processes can work without interruption. The immune system responds to this stability by refining its activity. Instead of monitoring many competing signals, it focuses on consistency. Communication between cells becomes smoother and more coordinated. Sleep also changes how energy is used. Movement and alertness require constant fuel. When those demands fade, energy is redirected toward maintenance and repair. This redirection supports immune balance. Cells can take the time they need to assess conditions carefully. Responses become more accurate and less reactive. During sleep, the body also reduces unnecessary inflammation. Signals associated with stress and alertness decrease. This reduction prevents immune activity from becoming excessive. Balance depends on this restraint. An immune system that never rests would eventually disrupt the body it aims to protect. Sleep provides a natural boundary. Another important change during sleep is timing. Many immune processes follow daily rhythms. Certain activities are more effective at night when the body is still. These rhythms are not forced. They have developed gradually, shaped by patterns of rest and activity over time. Sleep allows these patterns to express themselves fully. Immune cells also use sleep to reorganize information. Signals collected during the day are reviewed and integrated. This integration supports learning without creating tension. Memory within the immune system becomes clearer after rest. Familiar patterns are reinforced. Unnecessary activity fades. Sleep also supports tolerance. By calming internal signals, the immune system becomes less likely to overreact to minor variations. Balance is preserved through quiet confidence. Even partial sleep contributes to this process. Short periods of deep rest can restore clarity. The immune system responds quickly to improved conditions. Over time, regular sleep strengthens immune rhythm. The body becomes better at transitioning between activity and repair. Responses become smoother and more predictable. Sleep does not make the immune system stronger by force. It makes it steadier. This steadiness supports resilience. When balance is maintained, fewer corrections are needed. The immune system works less yet achieves more. Efficiency replaces effort. This is why sleep feels restorative at a deep level. The body is not fighting. It is aligning. As night continues, immune activity settles into a calm pattern. Maintenance progresses quietly. Repair unfolds without urgency. Sleep allows the immune system to do what it does best. Observe calmly, adjust gently, and support the body's natural rhythm. As sleep continues, The body enters a state where organization becomes more important than reaction. This organization is subtle. Nothing is rearranged suddenly. Instead, small adjustments happen quietly, aligning systems with one another. During deeper sleep, communication between body systems becomes more synchronized. Signals follow slower, predictable patterns. This regularity allows the immune system to sense the body's condition with greater clarity. Clarity is essential for balance. When signals are scattered or conflicting, immune responses must work harder to interpret meaning. Sleep reduces this confusion. In this calmer environment, immune cells can pause and review. They confirm what has already been resolved. They recognize which processes are complete and which require gentle attention. This confirmation prevents unnecessary continuation of activity. Once balance is restored, immune signals fade naturally. The body is allowed to return fully to stillness. Sleep also supports boundaries within the immune system. Responses are not meant to last indefinitely. Clear beginnings and endings are part of healthy function. During rest, these boundaries become easier to maintain. Without constant stimulation, immune activity concludes more cleanly. Resolution becomes part of the rhythm. Another quiet effect of sleep is improved coordination between repair and memory. Repair processes address physical renewal. Memory processes organize past encounters. Sleep allows these two functions to align. What has been repaired no longer needs attention. What has been learned can be stored calmly. This alignment prevents overlap. The immune system does not attempt to remember what has already been resolved. Energy is conserved. Sleep also influences how the immune system responds the following day. Well-rested systems tend to respond with moderation. They recognize changes without exaggeration. This moderation supports comfort. The body does not feel tense or reactive. Responses are proportionate to actual need. Over time, repeated cycles of sleep and wakefulness strengthen this pattern. The immune system becomes familiar with rhythm. It learns when to observe and when to act. This learning does not require awareness. It develops naturally through repetition. Sleep provides the structure. Even when sleep is imperfect, the immune system adapts. It makes use of whatever rest is available. Small periods of deep calm still offer benefit. Consistency matters more than intensity. Regular sleep patterns support long-term balance. The immune system adjusts its expectations accordingly. Sleep also supports communication across distance within the body. Signals move between organs and tissues with less interference. Understanding becomes shared rather than isolated. This shared understanding prevents fragmented responses. The immune system works as a unified whole. Balance becomes easier to maintain. Importantly, sleep does not push the immune system into action. It invites restraint. It encourages clarity rather than force. This invitation is gentle. The body responds naturally. No effort is required. As sleep progresses, immune activity settles into its most efficient form. Nothing extra is added. Nothing necessary is withheld. The body is simply allowed to be. Within this allowance, healing continues quietly. Maintenance completes itself. By the time the body prepares to wake, many small processes have already aligned. The immune system has reviewed, adjusted, and released. Balance carries forward into the day. Sleep, in this way, does not create protection. It reveals it. It allows the immune system to function as it was designed to function, calmly, steadily, and without urgency. As night settles in and the body remains at rest, a quiet transition unfolds beneath awareness. The immune system shifts gently from observation toward renewal. This shift is not dramatic. It is a natural continuation of balance. During nighttime rest, many cells enter a slower rhythm. Activity that supports movement and alertness softens. In its place, processes that support restoration come forward. Repair during the night is not a single task. It is a collection of small adjustments happening across the body. Cells review their condition and release what is no longer needed. This review happens calmly. Nothing is judged harshly. Cells simply respond to their current state. Some structures require reinforcement. Others need gentle clearing. Most need only time. Nighttime provides that time. Without external demands, the body can focus inward. Signals become simpler. Communication becomes clearer. The immune system responds to this clarity by refining its work. Instead of managing many signals at once, it can concentrate on subtle details. Accuracy improves. Cellular reset does not mean erasing everything from the day. It means letting go of what has already served its purpose. Unfinished signals are resolved gently. This resolution is important. Without it, activity would carry over unnecessarily. Rest allows processes to complete fully. Repair cells support this completion. They assist tissues in settling back into comfort. They help restore natural structure without forcing change. Reset also involves recalibration. Cells adjust their sensitivity. Signals that were useful during activity are softened. This recalibration prevents overreaction the next day. The immune system does not wake up tense. It wakes up balanced. Nighttime repair is closely linked to stillness. The body does not need perfect sleep for this process to begin. Even deep relaxation supports it. As rest deepens, repair becomes more efficient. Energy flows toward renewal rather than movement. The body uses this opportunity wisely. Cellular reset also supports memory integration. What has been learned remains. What is no longer relevant fades. This fading is as important as remembering. Without it, the system would become crowded. Reset preserves clarity. The immune system understands this naturally. It does not hold onto every signal. Prioritizes balance. Nighttime repair also protects long-term health. By addressing small imbalances early, larger disruptions are avoided. Stability is maintained quietly. Nothing about this process feels urgent. The body does not rush through repair. It follows its internal timing. As the night continues, activity gradually settles. Signals quiet down. Cells return to a state of readiness without tension. By morning, many small processes have completed their work. The body feels refreshed not because something dramatic happened, but because alignment has been restored. The immune system completes its nighttime reset without needing recognition. The success is measured by ease. Comfort returns naturally. Night after night, this cycle repeats. Observation gives way to repair. Repair gives way to release. Through this steady rhythm, the immune system supports the body's ability to move through each day without carrying unnecessary weight from the past. When the body enters deeper rest, its internal rhythm becomes steady and predictable. This steadiness allows certain processes to take priority, much like a quiet shift that begins when activity fades. The immune system responds to this change by adjusting its focus. Tasks that require patience and continuity move forward more easily at night. There is less interruption, less noise, and more consistency. During this quiet night shift, immune cells are not working harder. They are working more smoothly. Effort is replaced by coordination. Signals that guide immune activity become clearer. Without constant movement or stress, messages travel with less distortion. Cells can interpret what they receive with confidence. This clarity allows maintenance to unfold without delay. Processes that were paused during the day resume gently. Nothing is rushed. The night shift is especially suited for tasks that benefit from time. Repair, organization, and resolution all require patience. Nighttime provides that patience naturally. Immune cells move through tissues with minimal disturbance. They support renewal by remaining present rather than reactive. Their activity blends into the body's overall stillness. This period also supports consistency across the body. Different systems align their timing. Communication becomes synchronized. When systems work in harmony, less effort is needed to maintain balance. The immune system relies on this harmony to conserve energy and remain effective. Nighttime also offers space for completion. Responses that began earlier are allowed to conclude fully. Signals fade naturally once their role is fulfilled. This completion is essential. Unfinished activity would interfere with rest. Resolution allows the body to settle completely. The immune system is well adapted to this rhythm. It recognizes nighttime conditions without instruction. Its activity adjusts automatically. Even brief awakenings do not undo this process. The body resumes its night shift smoothly. Continuity is preserved. As rest continues, immune activity gradually quiets further. Maintenance completes itself. Cells return to a state of calm readiness. This readiness is not alertness. It is balance. The system remains prepared without tension. By morning, the night shift has done its work quietly. The body feels lighter. Internal systems are aligned. Nothing dramatic marks this transition. The immune system does not announce completion. Comfort is the only signal. Night after night, this quiet shift supports long-term health. It allows the immune system to care for the body without urgency. Balance is renewed gently. Through this rhythm of rest and renewal, the immune system continues its silent work, ensuring that each new day begins from a place of calm stability. Healing inside the body rarely follows a straight line. It unfolds gradually, guided by time rather than urgency. The immune system understands this pace naturally. When balance shifts, the body does not attempt to restore everything at once. It makes small adjustments. These adjustments accumulate quietly, allowing comfort to return without strain. This slow approach protects the body from exhaustion. Rapid change would demand energy and attention. Healing chooses patience instead. Immune activity during healing is measured. Cells assess conditions carefully before responding. They consider what is needed and what can wait. Often, the best response is restraint. Tissues are allowed to settle on their own. Natural repair processes are given space to unfold. Healing also respects sequence. Some processes must complete before others begin. Rushing would interrupt this order. The immune system supports this sequence by maintaining steady conditions. Temperature, fluid balance, and chemical signals are kept within comfortable ranges. Stability allows repair to proceed smoothly. Small improvements may go unnoticed. The body does not signal every step of progress. Comfort returns gradually. This gradual return is intentional. Sudden shifts could disrupt coordination between systems. Slow change preserves harmony. Healing is also adaptive. The body does not aim to restore an exact previous state. It adjusts to present conditions. This adjustment reflects learning. Tissues become slightly more resilient. Systems refine their responses. The immune system plays a key role in this adaptation. It supports changes that improve future balance. Healing becomes part of long-term stability. Rest continues to be essential during this process. Without rest, healing would compete with activity. Patience would be harder to maintain. During periods of calm, immune signals remain clear. Repair progresses without interruption. Completion becomes possible. Healing also involves release. Once a process has served its purpose, it fades. Lingering activity would interfere with comfort. The immune system encourages this release. Signals soften. Cells return to quiet presence. This return to stillness marks successful healing. The body does not remain focused on what has already resolved. Attention moves forward naturally. Slow healing also supports confidence within the system. Responses become less reactive over time. Trust in the body's ability to restore balance increases. This trust reduces unnecessary intervention. The immune system learns when to allow time to do its work. Energy is conserved. Healing does not demand awareness. The body does not require monitoring from the mind. Processes continue independently. This independence allows healing to occur even during distraction or sleep. Life does not need to pause completely. Balance can return quietly. Over days and weeks, these small adjustments add up. The body feels steadier. Comfort becomes the norm again. The immune system does not seek speed. It seeks completion. Completion is more reliable when time is allowed. By moving slowly, healing avoids creating new imbalance. Each step supports the next. Stability deepens. Through this patient process, the body restores itself without noise. Nothing dramatic announces success. Ease returns gently. Healing, guided by the immune system, reminds the body that time is an ally. Balance is not forced. It is rebuilt, piece by piece, until calm becomes natural once more. Inside the body, movement never truly stops. Even during rest, gentle flow continues beneath awareness. Blood carries oxygen, nutrients, and messages, and within this steady movement, immune cells travel calmly. This travel is not hurried. Immune cells move with the rhythm of circulation, allowing the body's natural flow to guide them. They do not rush from place to place. They arrive gradually, observing as they go. Blood provides a shared pathway. Through it, immune cells gain a broad sense of the body's condition. They encounter signals from many regions, not just one. This wide perspective supports balance. Instead of focusing narrowly, immune cells compare information from different areas. Patterns become clearer when seen in context. Travel through blood also prevents isolation. No tissue is completely separate. Conditions in one part of the body can be understood in relation to others. As immune cells move, they remain attentive without becoming active. Most of the time, travel itself is the task. Presence matters more than response. The pace of circulation supports this calm awareness. Blood flows steadily, not abruptly. This steadiness allows immune cells to sense changes gradually. Small shifts in chemistry or temperature are noticed without urgency. Cells adjust their expectations quietly. Nothing dramatic is required. Movement through blood also conserves energy. Rather than seeking specific destinations constantly, immune cells allow circulation to carry them. This efficiency supports long-term stability. The immune system relies on this passive movement to remain informed without strain. Travel becomes observation in motion. During periods of rest, circulation changes subtly. Heart rhythm slows. Flow becomes smoother and more even. These changes influence immune travel. Cells spend slightly longer in certain areas. Observation deepens. This extended presence supports maintenance. Immune cells can confirm balance more thoroughly. Minor adjustments can be made without disruption. Blood also acts as a communication channel. Chemical messages travel alongside cells. Information spreads gently throughout the body. Immune cells interpret these messages calmly. They do not react to every signal. Context matters. When signals align across regions, understanding grows clearer. When signals differ, patience allows time for clarity. This patience prevents overreaction. Temporary changes often resolve naturally. The immune system respects this process. Travel through blood also supports coordination with other systems. Hormonal signals and metabolic cues share the same pathways. Together, they shape immune awareness. This shared movement keeps responses proportional. No system acts alone. Balance emerges from cooperation. Even during activity, immune travel remains steady. Movement increases, but rhythm is preserved. The system adapts without tension. As the body transitions back to rest, travel softens again. Flow remains continuous but gentle. Immune cells adjust naturally. Over time, this constant movement builds familiarity. Immune cells learn the body's rhythms through repeated travel. Experience accumulates quietly. This familiarity supports trust. The immune system becomes confident in recognizing normal patterns. Responses become less frequent and more precise. Travel does not imply searching. It implies presence. Immune cells are where they need to be because the body carries them there. This approach allows protection to remain calm. Nothing is forced. Awareness unfolds naturally. As blood continues its steady circulation, immune cells remain in motion, observing without urgency, connecting distant regions of the body through quiet presence, and supporting balance simply by traveling where the flow carries them. Alongside the steady movement of blood, the body contains another pathway that moves even more quietly. This pathway is slower, gentler, and often unnoticed. It is the lymph system, a soft network that supports care rather than speed. The lymph system does not rush. Its flow is gradual, guided by movement, breathing, and gentle pressure within the body. This slow pace is intentional. It allows time for careful observation and calm processing. Through this network, immune cells travel with patience. They pause more often. They spend time in specific areas, quietly reviewing what passes through. The lymph system collects fluid from tissues. This fluid carries information about the body's condition. It reflects what tissues are experiencing moment by moment. As fluid moves through lymph pathways, immune cells observe it gently. They notice patterns without urgency. They confirm whether balance is being maintained. This process resembles a slow river rather than a fast stream. Nothing is swept away suddenly. Everything moves at a pace that allows understanding. The lymph system also provides places for immune cells to gather briefly. These gathering points are calm spaces. Information is shared quietly and then released back into circulation. There is no central command here. Decisions emerge from calm observation rather than instruction. The system trusts time to bring clarity. Because movement is slow, errors are less likely. Immune responses are refined before unfolding. Patience supports accuracy. The lymph system also supports tolerance. By allowing time for review, it prevents unnecessary reactions. Small variations are often resolved without action. During rest, lymph flow continues gently. Breathing and stillness help guide movement. The body does not need effort to support this flow. Sleep further enhances this process. With muscles relaxed and signals softened, lymph movement becomes smoother. Immune cells can focus on care rather than response. The lymph system also helps clear what is no longer needed. Waste materials are guided away gradually. Nothing is forced. This gradual clearing protects tissues from disruption. Balance is restored quietly. Comfort remains intact. Unlike fast systems, the lymph network values consistency over speed. It supports long-term stability rather than immediate correction. This makes it especially suited for maintenance. The immune system relies on this slow river to remain grounded. Not every message requires quick action. Many simply need to be noticed and allowed to pass. As the body moves through daily life, lymph flow adjusts naturally. Gentle activity encourages movement. Rest maintains steadiness. There is no sharp division between activity and stillness. The lymph system adapts seamlessly. Its rhythm remains calm. Over time, this slow movement builds trust within the immune system. Cells learn to rely on patience. Responses become less reactive. The lymph system reminds the body that care does not need urgency. Slow attention can be just as effective as speed. Often, it is more so. Through this quiet network, immune cells continue their work without pressure. Observation deepens. Maintenance proceeds. The lymph system remains present, guiding care gently through the body, allowing balance to be preserved through steady, patient flow rather than force. Inside the body, communication rarely relies on loud messages. Most guidance travels as soft signals, exchanged quietly between cells. The immune system depends on this gentle language to maintain balance. These signals are subtle changes in chemistry. They drift through tissues and fluids, carrying meaning without urgency. Nothing demands immediate reaction. Immune cells listen more than they speak. They sense shifts in their environment and wait for confirmation. One signal alone is rarely enough. This layered listening prevents confusion. Signals are compared over time. Patterns are noticed gradually. Whispered signals allow the immune system to remain calm. If every message were strong, responses would be constant. Quiet communication supports restraint. Signals also fade naturally when no longer needed. They do not linger. Resolution is built into the system. This fading is important. Without it, activity would accumulate. Balance would become difficult to maintain. The immune system understands timing. Some signals are meant to be brief. Others last longer, guiding slow adjustments. Cells interpret duration as well as intensity. Short signals may be ignored. Persistent patterns invite gentle attention. Because communication is quiet, mistakes are less likely. Overreaction is rare. Most changes resolve without intervention. Rest enhances this communication. When background noise decreases, signals become clearer. Cells can interpret meaning with greater accuracy. During sleep, this clarity deepens. Messages align. Contradictions soften. The immune system uses this time to refine understanding, confirms what matters. It releases what does not. Signals also support cooperation. Different immune cells share information indirectly. No single cell needs complete knowledge. This shared understanding keeps responses proportionate. No part of the system dominates. Balance emerges naturally. The language of whispers also respects diversity within the body. Different tissues communicate in slightly different ways. The immune system adapts to these variations. This adaptability allows comfort to be preserved across the body. One area's needs do not overwhelm another's. Harmony remains. Signals do not seek attention. They exist to guide quietly. Their success is measured by absence of disruption. Through this soft communication, the immune system stays informed without becoming tense. Awareness flows gently. Action remains rare. Most of the time, nothing needs to happen. Signals come and go. Balance holds. The immune system continues to listen, responding only when meaning becomes clear, allowing whispered guidance to maintain stability without noise or urgency. Inside the body, no single immune cell works alone. Protection does not depend on a central leader or a strict chain of command. Instead, balance is maintained through cooperation that unfolds quietly. Immune cells act as part of a shared environment. They respond to conditions rather than instructions. Each cell contributes small observations that, together, create understanding. This cooperation is not loud or coordinated by force. It emerges naturally from proximity and communication. Cells adjust their behavior based on what others are sensing. Information moves gently through the system. Signals are exchanged without urgency. No cell rushes to take control. Because of this, responses remain proportional. One cell's perspective is never enough to trigger major change. Understanding grows from many small confirmations. Cooperation also allows flexibility. If one pathway becomes less active, others adjust quietly. Balance is preserved without interruption. This shared responsibility prevents overload. No single part of the immune system carries all the weight. Energy is distributed evenly. Immune cells often overlap in function. This overlap is intentional. It allows the system to remain stable even as conditions change. When multiple cells notice the same pattern, attention deepens. When observations differ, patience allows time for clarity. Nothing is forced. This approach avoids sharp decisions. The immune system prefers gradual alignment over sudden action. Consistency matters more than speed. Cooperation also supports calm resolution. Once balance returns, activity fades naturally. Cells release their roles without resistance. There is no need to hold onto control. The system trusts itself to settle. Stillness returns without effort. This cooperative design allows the immune system to remain resilient. It adapts without tension. It responds without panic. The absence of command does not create disorder. It creates harmony. Each cell contributes quietly to a shared purpose. Through this gentle cooperation, the immune system maintains stability without dominance, allowing care to emerge from connection rather than control. Inside the body, timing matters as much as action. The immune system is not designed to respond immediately to every change. Often, its most important decision is whether to wait. Waiting is not an action. It is a form of awareness. By allowing time to pass, the immune system gathers clarity. Many changes inside the body are temporary. Chemistry shifts. Signals rise and fall. Tissues adjust on their own. If the immune system reacted to every small variation, balance would be lost. Waiting allows the body to resolve minor fluctuations naturally. This patience preserves stability. Immune cells are sensitive to patterns, not moments. A single signal rarely carries meaning on its own. Consistency over time matters more. By observing how signals evolve, the immune system avoids unnecessary response. Short-lived changes often fade. Only persistent patterns invite attention. This approach conserves energy. Active responses require resources. Waiting keeps those resources available when truly needed. The immune system also considers context. Signals are interpreted alongside other information. No message is taken in isolation. When many signals align, understanding deepens. When they do not, restraint remains. Time provides clarity. Responding too quickly would interrupt natural balance. It would create activity where none is needed. Waiting protects comfort. Even when response becomes appropriate, it unfolds gradually. There is no sudden shift from stillness to action. Adjustment remains measured. This gradual response allows the body to adapt smoothly. Tissues are supported without disruption. Balance is guided back gently. Waiting also supports resolution. Once balance returns, activity fades. The immune system does not linger. Knowing when to stop is as important as knowing when to act. Completion allows calm to return. Stillness is restored. This sense of timing develops through experience. The immune system learns from repetition. Patterns become familiar. Over time, responses become more precise. Waiting becomes confident rather than hesitant. Action becomes rare but effective. Rest enhances this timing. Without noise, signals are easier to interpret. Decisions become clearer. During rest, waiting feels natural. The body does not demand immediate change. patience is supported. Through this balance of response and restraint, the immune system maintains harmony. It acts when needed. It waits when waiting is better. Most of the time, waiting is enough. Life continues smoothly. The immune system remains present without interference. By honoring timing, the immune system protects the body not through constant action, but through thoughtful patience, allowing balance to guide every response. The body does not separate physical balance from emotional state. Both exist within the same internal environment. The immune system senses this environment quietly and continuously. Emotional calm creates conditions that support immune balance. When the mind is at ease, internal signals soften. Chemical messages become steadier and easier to interpret. This does not mean the immune system responds to emotions directly. It responds to the body's internal state as a whole. Emotional calm is one part of that state. Stress introduces noise into the system. Signals overlap. Timing becomes less clear. The immune system adapts to this noise, but adaptation requires effort. Calm reduces that effort. It allows immune processes to proceed with less resistance. During calm moments, breathing slows naturally. Heart rhythm steadies. These changes influence circulation and communication inside the body. Immune cells respond to this steadiness by maintaining restraint. They observe without urgency. Balance becomes easier to preserve. Emotional calm also supports resolution. Responses that are no longer needed fade more smoothly. The immune system releases activity without holding on. This release is important. Without it, the body would remain internally tense. Calm allows systems to settle completely. Even brief moments of emotional ease support this process. A pause, a quiet breath, a sense of stillness. These moments reduce internal pressure. The immune system benefits from this reduction. Clarity improves. Emotional calm does not prevent change. It allows change to be processed gently. The body remains flexible rather than rigid. The immune system values this flexibility. Rigid systems overreact. Flexible systems adapt. Over time, repeated calm experiences influence immune behavior. Responses become more measured. Waiting becomes more confident. This does not require conscious control. The body learns through repetition. Patterns settle naturally. Calm also supports coordination between systems. Hormonal signals align more easily. Immune communication becomes clearer. This alignment prevents mixed messages. The immune system does not need to guess. Understanding emerges smoothly. Importantly, emotional calm does not mean absence of feeling. It means absence of urgency. Feelings can exist without disrupting balance. The immune system recognizes this difference. It remains steady even as emotions pass through. Nothing needs to be fixed immediately. Rest enhances this effect. During rest, emotional tone softens further. Immune activity becomes more refined. Sleep deepens this connection. With awareness reduced, internal signals settle. The immune system works without interference. Over time, this rhythm strengthens. Calm supports balance. Balance supports calm. Neither forces the other. They reinforce each other quietly. The immune system does not seek emotional control. It responds to conditions as they are. Calm simply makes those conditions clearer. Through this gentle relationship, the body maintains stability across both physical and emotional dimensions, allowing protection and care to unfold without tension. Deep within the body, the immune system shares space with another complex environment. This space is calm, active, and constantly adapting. It is the gut, a quiet partner in maintaining immune balance. The gut is not only involved in digestion. It is also a place where the immune system spends much of its time. Here, Awareness develops through daily exposure rather than sudden events. Food passes through gently. Microorganisms live alongside the body in steady balance. The immune system observes all of this without urgency. This observation is patient. Not everything encountered needs a response. Most interactions are familiar and expected. The immune system learns the gut's rhythm slowly. It becomes accustomed to regular patterns. This familiarity supports tolerance. Tolerance is essential here. The gut encounters constant variation. Without restraint, balance would be impossible. Immune cells in the gut focus on allowing normal processes to continue. They support comfort rather than control. Interference is minimal. Communication between gut and immune system is subtle. Signals travel quietly, informing without alarming. Understanding builds over time. This relationship supports stability across the body. When the gut remains balanced, immune activity elsewhere becomes calmer. Signals align more easily. The gut also plays a role in teaching the immune system. Through repeated exposure, immune cells learn what belongs. Recognition becomes confident. This learning is gentle. No force is involved. Experience accumulates naturally. Rest supports this partnership. During calm periods, gut signals become clearer. Immune interpretation improves. Sleep enhances coordination. The body processes information gathered during the day. Patterns are reinforced quietly. The gut does not demand attention when balance is present. Comfort feels ordinary. Normalcy is maintained. When balance shifts slightly, the immune system responds with patience. Time is allowed for natural adjustment. Immediate correction is rarely needed. This restraint protects energy. The body avoids unnecessary activity. Stability is preserved. The gut and immune system work together without command. Their cooperation is based on familiarity and timing. Care emerges from consistency. Over time, this partnership strengthens. The immune system becomes better at maintaining calm. Responses become less frequent and more precise. The gut remains a steady environment where learning and tolerance continue quietly. Through this ongoing interaction, the immune system gains confidence without tension. Balance is not enforced. It is supported gently, day after day, through a relationship built on patience and trust. The body meets the outside world gently, through a wide and steady surface. This surface is the skin, a calm boundary that protects without tension. It does not block the world aggressively. It allows connection while maintaining balance. The skin is always present. It experiences light, air, temperature, and touch continuously. Through all of this, it remains steady. The immune system works closely with the skin, not as a guard, but as a partner. Together, they maintain comfort at the boundary between inside and outside. This partnership is quiet and constant. Most of the time, the skin does not signal for help. Balance holds on its own. The immune system remains aware without interfering. Cells within the skin observe their surroundings patiently. They sense changes in temperature and moisture. They notice contact without reacting. This observation allows the body to remain open to the world without strain. Not every sensation requires adjustment. Normal variation is expected. The immune system supports this tolerance. It allows the skin to adapt naturally. Flexibility is preserved. The skin also renews itself continuously. Old cells are released. New cells rise gently to the surface. This renewal is smooth. It does not interrupt comfort. The immune system supports the process quietly. Signals from the skin travel inward softly. They inform without alarming. The immune system interprets these signals in context. When everything feels familiar, no action is taken. The skin continues its role as a calm interface. Life proceeds uninterrupted. Rest enhances this balance. During calm periods, the skin recovers from daily exposure. Moisture, temperature, and sensitivity stabilize. Sleep deepens this recovery. Repair processes align. Renewal becomes more efficient. The immune system recognizes these conditions. It adjusts its activity accordingly. Maintenance replaces response. The skin also plays a role in teaching the immune system. Through repeated contact with the environment, familiarity develops. Tolerance grows. This learning is slow and patient. It does not rely on single experiences. Patterns matter more than moments. Over time, the skin becomes a place of confidence rather than vigilance. The immune system trusts its signals. Responses remain rare. This trust protects comfort. The body does not feel constantly alert. Ease is preserved. The skin's success is measured by absence of disruption. When it works well, it is not noticed. Normal life continues smoothly. Through this calm boundary, the immune system maintains balance without conflict, allowing the body to remain connected to the world while staying quietly protected. As time passes, the body changes in gentle and predictable ways. These changes are not sudden. They unfold slowly, shaped by experience and rhythm. The immune system adapts to aging with the same patience it applies to everything else. It does not resist change. It adjusts to it. With time, immune responses become more selective. The system learns what truly matters. Unnecessary activity fades naturally. This selectivity supports comfort. The body does not remain constantly alert. Energy is preserved. Aging also brings familiarity. The immune system has encountered many patterns over the years. This experience supports confidence. Responses become calmer. Waiting becomes easier. The system relies more on recognition than reaction. Some processes slow down slightly. This slowing is not weakness. It reflects efficiency. The immune system prioritizes balance over speed. It focuses on maintaining stability rather than responding quickly to every change. Rest becomes more important with time. The body benefits from consistent rhythms. Sleep supports immune clarity. During rest, repair continues quietly. Maintenance remains steady. Nothing is rushed. Aging also encourages cooperation between systems. Signals align more deliberately. Coordination replaces urgency. The immune system remains flexible. It adapts its expectations. What matters is comfort, not control. Small adjustments accumulate over time. They support long-term stability. Health becomes a process rather than a state. The immune system does not seek to return to an earlier version of the body. It supports the body as it is now. This acceptance preserves balance. Through aging, immune care becomes quieter and more refined. Protection remains present without tension. Adaptation replaces resistance. In this way, aging does not diminish the immune system's role. It reshapes it gently. Balance continues, guided by experience rather than urgency. Stress passes through the body quietly, often without leaving a visible mark. It changes timing, rhythm, and internal pressure for a while. When it fades, the body begins a slow return to balance. The immune system plays an important role in this return. It does not rush to erase what happened. Instead, it allows the body to settle naturally. Recovery after stress is not a single step. It unfolds gradually. Signals soften first, then rhythms realign. During stress, many systems adjust their pace. Heart rhythm may quicken. Breathing may become shallow. Internal communication becomes louder. When stress eases, these systems do not snap back immediately. They slow down in stages. The immune system supports this slowing by maintaining restraint. Restraint is essential here. Immediate correction would interrupt the body's own adjustment. Patience allows balance to return smoothly. Immune cells observe the post-stress environment carefully. They look for stability rather than perfection. Small variations are expected. This tolerance prevents unnecessary activity. The body is allowed time to recalibrate. Energy is conserved. Recovery also involves release. Signals that were useful during stress are no longer needed. The immune system allows them to fade. This fading is gradual. Nothing is forced. The body returns to stillness gently. Rest plays a key role in this process. During calm periods, internal noise decreases. The immune system gains clarity. Sleep deepens recovery further. Repair and maintenance resume their natural rhythm. Balance is reinforced quietly. The immune system does not remember stress as a threat. It remembers it as a change that has already passed. This perspective supports calm recovery. Over time, repeated recovery builds resilience. The body becomes better at returning to balance. Stress leaves less residue. This resilience does not come from resistance. It comes from flexibility. The immune system adapts without holding tension. Recovery is also supported by familiarity. The body learns that stress ends. This knowledge reduces urgency. As balance returns, immune activity settles. Observation replaces response. Stillness becomes comfortable again. Nothing dramatic signals the end of recovery. The body simply feels normal. Ease returns quietly. Through this gentle process, the immune system helps the body move forward without carrying unnecessary weight from past strain, allowing stability to reestablish itself naturally and without effort. The immune system is not fixed in one permanent mode. It changes with experience. Over time, it learns not only how to respond, but how to soften its responses. Gentleness is not weakness. It is an advanced form of balance. It allows the body to remain comfortable while still protected. As the immune system encounters familiar patterns again and again, it adjusts its expectations. What once required attention may later require none. This learning happens quietly. Gentleness develops through repetition. When the body sees that certain changes resolve on their own, urgency fades. Restraint becomes natural. The immune system begins to trust the body's ability to restore balance. It does not interfere unless necessary. Observation replaces action. This trust reduces internal tension. The body does not feel constantly monitored. Processes unfold freely. Gentle immunity also supports tolerance. Variation is allowed. Not every difference is treated as a problem. This tolerance protects energy. The immune system avoids unnecessary work. Stability is preserved. Learning gentleness also involves knowing limits. The immune system recognizes when activity has done enough. Stopping becomes part of the response. This ability to stop is essential. Without it, activity would linger. Comfort would be disrupted. Rest reinforces this learning. During calm periods, immune activity settles naturally. Gentle patterns are strengthened. Sleep deepens this process further. Signals quiet down. The immune system practices stillness. Over time, this stillness becomes familiar. The system learns that calm is safe. Urgency is no longer default. Gentle immunity also improves coordination. When responses are softer, communication becomes clearer. Systems align without pressure. This alignment supports long-term health. The body adapts without strain. Balance becomes resilient. Gentleness does not mean ignoring meaningful change. It means responding proportionately. Clarity guides action. The immune system remains capable of response. It simply chooses restraint whenever possible. This choice preserves comfort. As learning continues, the immune system becomes quieter in its work. Protection remains present without noise. Care feels natural. Through this learned gentleness, the body maintains stability with less effort, allowing health to feel ordinary and uninterrupted rather than constantly defended. Even a system designed for gentleness can sometimes misread a signal. This does not happen often, and it does not happen suddenly. It unfolds quietly, as a small misunderstanding rather than a dramatic failure. The immune system works by interpreting patterns. Most of the time, these patterns are familiar and clear, but the body is complex and signals can overlap. When patterns become confusing, responses may last longer than needed. Activity may continue even after balance has mostly returned. This continuation is usually subtle. The immune system does not escalate immediately. It pauses, observes, and waits for additional information. Time is still part of the process. Rest plays an important role here. Calm conditions reduce confusion. Signals become easier to interpret. During rest, the immune system reassesses, compares current signals with familiar patterns. Differences become clearer. Often, this reassessment is enough. Activity softens on its own. Balance begins to return. The body supports this correction naturally. Breathing slows, internal rhythms steady. These changes help the immune system recognize that urgency is no longer needed. Responses fade gradually. Stillness becomes comfortable again. Correction does not involve force. It involves release. The immune system allows activity to settle rather than pushing it away. This release protects tissues from unnecessary strain. Comfort is preserved. Energy is conserved. Learning also occurs here. The immune system updates its understanding. Future responses become more refined. This learning does not require awareness. It develops through repetition and timing. Experience reshapes behavior. Even when balance is briefly mistaken, the system is designed to recover calmly. Errors do not lead to chaos. They lead to adjustment. The immune system values resolution. Once clarity returns, activity concludes. Nothing is held longer than needed. Over time, these quiet corrections strengthen stability. The system becomes better at recognizing subtle differences. Gentleness deepens. This adaptability is a sign of health. A rigid system would struggle to adjust. A flexible one restores balance smoothly. The immune system does not seek perfection. It seeks comfort and continuity. Small misreadings are part of learning. Through patience and reassessment, calm is restored without drama. Protection remains present. Life continues uninterrupted. After activity, after response, after adjustment, the body always moves toward stillness. This return is not accidental. It is one of the immune system's most important abilities. Stillness does not mean absence of function. It means completion. Processes that needed attention have finished their work and gently stepped back. The immune system values this return deeply. Without it, balance would never fully settle. Activity would linger longer than necessary. When a response fades, immune cells do not disappear. They remain present, but quiet. Observation replaces action once again. This transition is smooth. Signals soften gradually. There is no sudden stop. The body supports this shift naturally. Breathing slows, muscles relax, internal rhythms become even. These changes help the immune system recognize that its work is complete. Urgency dissolves. Stillness becomes safe. Returning to stillness also conserves energy. Active responses require fuel. Ending them allows resources to be restored. The immune system does not hold onto activity out of habit. It releases it when clarity returns. This release is a sign of health. Stillness also protects tissues. Lingering activity would create unnecessary strain. Resolution prevents wear. The immune system learns this rhythm through experience. Each completed cycle reinforces trust. The body becomes confident in its ability to settle. Rest strengthens this confidence. During calm periods, the immune system practices stillness. Quiet becomes familiar. Sleep deepens this practice. With awareness reduced, internal systems align naturally. Stillness spreads across the body. Over time, this repeated return to stillness shapes immune behavior. Responses become shorter. Recovery becomes smoother. The immune system does not seek constant readiness. It seeks readiness that can be released. Balance depends on both. Stillness also allows integration. What has been learned remains. What is no longer needed fades. This balance between memory and release keeps the system light. The body does not carry unnecessary weight forward. Ease is preserved. Returning to stillness does not mean vulnerability. The immune system remains capable. It simply rests until needed. This rest is not passive. It is attentive calm, awareness without tension. Through this ability to settle completely, the immune system supports long-term comfort. Life continues without interruption. Protection remains quiet. Again and again, after each adjustment, the body finds its way back to stillness. This return is gentle. It is reliable. And in that stillness, the immune system waits without urgency, allowing balance to remain the natural state rather than something that must be constantly defended. Resilience inside the body does not arrive suddenly. It forms slowly, shaped by repetition, rest, and release. The immune system builds this resilience not through force, but through consistency. Each time balance is disturbed and then restored, the system learns. It learns how long to wait. It learns how gently to respond. It learns how to let go. This learning is subtle. There is no moment where resilience is completed. It grows in small increments, almost unnoticed. The immune system remembers patterns of recovery. It remembers that change can settle. It remembers that stillness returns. Because of this memory, future responses become calmer. Urgency softens more quickly. Waiting feels safer. Resilience does not mean resistance to change. It means flexibility within change. The body bends slightly, then returns to comfort. This flexibility protects tissues from strain. Instead of holding tension, the body adapts. Energy is preserved. The immune system supports this adaptation by avoiding extremes. It does not escalate quickly. It does not hold activity longer than needed. Over time, this approach reduces wear. Systems remain responsive without becoming reactive. Balance feels natural rather than enforced. Resilience is also supported by rhythm. Regular rest reinforces calm responses. Predictable cycles help the immune system anticipate release. Sleep plays a quiet role here. Each night, the system practices resolution. Each morning, it begins again without carrying excess activity. This repeated cycle strengthens confidence within the system. The immune system learns that it does not need to stay alert to remain effective. Readiness can coexist with ease. Resilience also benefits from gentleness. Harsh corrections would create instability. Soft adjustments allow continuity. The immune system becomes skilled at choosing the smallest response that restores balance. Nothing more is added. Nothing unnecessary is held. As resilience develops, recovery becomes smoother. Stress leaves less residue. Change passes through without lingering. This does not mean the body becomes unresponsive. It becomes discerning. It recognizes what truly requires attention. Quiet resilience allows the immune system to protect without tension. Life continues without interruption. Comfort remains accessible. Over long periods of time, this resilience shapes overall health. The body feels steady. Internal systems trust one another. The immune system does not announce this strength. It is felt only in its absence of disruption. Normalcy becomes the sign of success. Through patience, repetition, and release, quiet resilience continues to form. Nothing dramatic marks its presence. It simply allows the body to return to balance again and again without effort. Inside the body, complexity exists, but it is guided by a preference for simplicity. The immune system does not seek complicated solutions when gentle ones are enough. It favors the smallest adjustment that restores balance. Simplicity helps the body remain efficient. When responses are minimal, energy is conserved. When actions are clear, resolution comes easily. The immune system gathers information patiently before acting. It looks for the simplest explanation that fits the pattern it observes. Often, no action is required at all. This restraint prevents unnecessary layers of response. The body does not add complexity where clarity already exists. Balance is maintained with ease. Simple responses are also easier to release. Once balance returns, activity fades naturally. Nothing remains to be managed. The immune system values this clean ending. Lingering processes would create noise. Simplicity allows stillness to return fully. Communication inside the body reflects this preference. Signals are brief. Messages are direct. Cells share only what is needed. They do not overload one another with excess information. Understanding remains clear. Simplicity also supports cooperation. When signals are uncomplicated, coordination improves. Systems align without effort. The immune system avoids overinterpretation. Not every signal is analyzed deeply. Many are allowed to pass. This approach reduces strain. The body remains comfortable. Internal tension stays low. Over time, the immune system becomes skilled at choosing simplicity. Experience teaches what truly matters. Unnecessary detail is filtered out. This filtering supports calm. The body does not become preoccupied with minor variations. Focus remains on overall balance. Simplicity also protects adaptability. When responses are light, adjustments are easier to make. The system remains flexible. The immune system does not aim to control every aspect of the body. It aims to support natural processes. Simplicity aligns with this goal. Rest reinforces this preference. During calm periods, internal signals become clearer. Simple patterns stand out. Sleep deepens this clarity. The body organizes information quietly. Only what matters remains active. As simplicity becomes familiar, responses grow quieter. Protection feels effortless. Balance becomes stable. The immune system does not need elaborate strategies to function well. It relies on presence, patience, and proportion. These qualities reduce complexity naturally. Through simplicity, the body avoids excess effort. Energy remains available. Comfort is preserved. In this way, the immune system supports health not by adding more, but by knowing when less is enough, allowing balance to remain clear, steady, and quietly sustained. Every day inside the body follows a quiet rhythm. This rhythm is not announced, yet it guides countless processes. The immune system listens closely to this timing. This inner timing helps the body know when to be active and when to rest. It shapes how energy is used. It influences how signals are interpreted. The immune system does not operate the same way at all hours. Its activity rises and softens in gentle cycles. These cycles support balance rather than urgency. Morning brings a gradual return to awareness. Internal signals become clearer. Observation becomes slightly sharper. As the day continues, the immune system adapts to movement and interaction. It remains present without becoming dominant. Balance is maintained quietly. Evening signals a shift. Activity begins to soften. The immune system prepares to release effort. This preparation is subtle. Signals change tone rather than stopping abruptly. The body eases into rest. Night allows the immune system to work differently. Instead of monitoring constantly, it focuses on maintenance and review. Timing supports this change naturally. This rhythm is not rigid. It adjusts with lifestyle and habit. Consistency matters more than precision. When daily patterns are steady, immune timing becomes clearer. Signals align more easily. Responses feel smoother. Disruption does not cause immediate imbalance. The immune system adapts. It waits for patterns to reappear. Over time, regular rhythm strengthens coordination. The body learns when to expect stillness. The immune system uses this expectation to conserve energy. Rest reinforces timing. During calm periods, internal clocks synchronize. Understanding deepens. Sleep plays a central role in this synchronization. It anchors the rhythm, provides a reliable point of reset. The immune system benefits from this reset. Signals from the previous cycle fade. A new cycle begins without residue. Daily rhythm also supports learning. The immune system associates timing with resolution. Patterns become familiar. This familiarity reduces uncertainty. Responses become more confident and measured. Waiting feels natural. The immune system does not need perfect routine. It needs gentle consistency. Small regularities are enough. As rhythm stabilizes, balance becomes easier to maintain. The body moves smoothly between activity and rest. The immune system follows without resistance. Through this quiet partnership with time, the immune system protects the body without tension, guided not by urgency, but by the steady rhythm that repeats itself each day. Most of the time, the immune system does its work without drawing attention. When it functions well, there is nothing dramatic to notice. Life feels ordinary, and that ordinariness is the sign of balance. Health is often imagined as something active or visible, but inside the body, health is usually quiet. Feels like ease, not effort. The immune system supports this ease by staying mostly in the background. It observes without interfering. It allows normal processes to continue uninterrupted. When balance holds, there is no need for correction. Signals remain soft. Responses remain minimal. This quiet state is not fragile. It is stable. It reflects countless small adjustments working together smoothly. The immune system maintains this stability by choosing restraint again and again. It does not respond simply because it can. It responds only when meaning becomes clear. Because of this, most days pass without internal disruption. The body adapts continuously. Comfort remains steady. Ordinary health does not mean nothing is happening. It means everything is happening in proportion. Each system does just enough. The immune system respects this proportion deeply. Too much activity would disturb comfort. Too little awareness would reduce clarity. Balance lives between these extremes. Quiet observation supports it. Time reinforces it. Rest continues to play its role here. Regular pauses allow internal systems to reset gently. Nothing accumulates unnecessarily. Sleep supports this ordinariness. Each night, small adjustments complete themselves. Each morning begins without residue. The immune system does not seek recognition for this work. The success is invisible. Normal life continues. Even when small disturbances arise, they often resolve quietly. The body adjusts. The immune system steps back once balance returns. This ability to step back is essential. Without it, health would feel tense. Ordinariness would be lost. As days turn into weeks, and weeks into years, this quiet maintenance shapes long-term well-being. Health becomes something lived rather than managed. The immune system supports this gently. There is comfort in knowing that protection does not require constant vigilance. The body is capable of caring for itself quietly. Balance is not fragile. When the immune system is calm, the body feels spacious. Energy is available for life, not maintenance. Ease becomes familiar. This familiarity allows the mind to rest as well. Nothing demands attention. Stillness becomes safe. Through this ongoing quiet work, the immune system allows health to feel simple, ordinary, and uninterrupted, letting the body move through each day without needing to notice the care that is always present beneath the surface. Over time, the body develops a quiet kind of intelligence. This intelligence does not think or plan. It responds through experience, rhythm, and balance. The immune system is a central part of this quiet intelligence. It does not rely on constant supervision. It operates through familiarity built over countless small moments. Each day, the body encounters change. Temperature shifts, movement varies, internal chemistry adjusts. The immune system observes these changes without reacting to each one. It learns what is normal for this body. It recognizes patterns that repeat. This recognition builds trust. The system does not feel the need to intervene constantly. Waiting becomes comfortable. Trust also reduces internal tension. When the immune system trusts its understanding, responses soften. Balance becomes easier to maintain. This intelligence is not rigid. It adapts slowly as the body changes. Learning never stops. Age, environment, and habit all shape this understanding. The immune system updates its expectations gently. Nothing is forced. Quiet intelligence also values proportion. Not every signal is equal. Meaning is found through context. The immune system considers timing, duration, and consistency. Single moments are rarely decisive. Patterns guide response. Because of this, the body avoids unnecessary correction. Energy is conserved. Comfort remains stable. Trusting this intelligence allows the body to feel safe within itself. There is no sense of constant internal effort. Life feels smoother. Rest supports this trust. During calm periods, the immune system confirms what it has learned. Confidence deepens. Sleep reinforces understanding. The body integrates experience without awareness. Clarity emerges naturally. This intelligence does not announce itself. It is felt only as ease, as ordinariness. When something truly needs attention, the immune system responds. But it does so with clarity, not panic. Action remains measured. Most of the time, nothing is required. The body continues quietly. Protection remains present without intrusion. Trusting this quiet intelligence does not mean ignoring the body. It means allowing its systems to work as designed. Support rather than control. As days pass, this trust becomes familiar. The body feels reliable. Balance feels natural. Through this steady relationship, the immune system continues its work unseen, allowing health to exist without constant management, and letting the body move through life supported by an intelligence that prefers calm over noise. As this quiet journey comes to a gentle close, nothing needs to change suddenly. The body does not need instruction. It already knows how to continue. The immune system does not stop when words fade. Its work remains steady, calm, and ongoing. It continues to observe, adjust, and release without asking for attention. There is comfort in knowing that protection does not require effort from the mind. The body carries its own wisdom. Balance is maintained quietly, moment by moment. Nothing dramatic marks this ending. Just as health feels ordinary, this closing remains soft. Stillness is allowed to linger. You do not need to remember every idea shared here. Understanding does not depend on memory. The body absorbs what it needs naturally. As breathing slows and awareness softens, internal rhythms continue their gentle flow. Signals rise and fall. Balance is preserved. The immune system remains present without urgency. It does not hurry. It does not hold on. This quiet care has always been there. It will remain long after listening ends. The body continues, calmly supported from within. If this time felt restful, you can return whenever stillness is needed. Learning can be gentle. Rest can coexist with understanding. If you wish to continue exploring these quiet topics, you may choose to stay connected. A simple gesture of support helps this calm space remain available. Only if it feels right to you. For now, allow the body to settle. Let the day or the night move forward naturally. Nothing more is required. The immune system continues its quiet work. Balance remains close, and stillness is always waiting. If this quiet time felt helpful, you can gently support this space by liking the video. And if you would like to return to calm learning like this again, you may subscribe and stay connected. Only if it feels right. There is no rush, and if you are still awake, this is a gentle moment to let everything slow down. You don't need to think anymore, and you don't need to stay alert. Allow your body to sink into rest, and let your breathing become soft and steady. There is nothing left to do tonight. The body knows how to care for itself. You can simply relax and drift deeper into calm. Let sleep arrive naturally, unhurried and quiet, carrying you into a peaceful, comfortable rest.